When it comes to attraction, many people assume that only classic good looks matter, but science and real-life experiences show that women are often drawn to surprising physical traits in men. These features might not fit the traditional mold of handsome, yet they have a magnetic effect. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating world of unexpected male traits that women find irresistible. From subtle details to bold characteristics, you'll discover how these features can make a lasting impression. Let's dive into the first surprising trait and see what makes it so appealing. Deep voice is often associated with confidence and maturity. Studies have shown that women are naturally attracted to men with lower-pitched voices. This isn't just about sounding masculine. A deep voice can signal strength, reliability, and even good health. When a man speaks with a resonant tone, it can instantly capture attention and create a sense of security. Interestingly, this trait is often noticed subconsciously, making it a powerful yet subtle factor in attraction. Next, let's look at another surprising feature that catches women's eyes. Strong, defined jawline is a classic sign of masculinity, but its appeal goes beyond looks. Women often associate a chiseled jaw with determination and assertiveness. This feature can suggest that a man is decisive and capable, qualities that are attractive on a deeper level. Even if a man doesn't have movie star features, a noticeable jawline can stand out and make a memorable impression. As we move forward, let's explore how another facial feature can be just as captivating. Genuine smile can be incredibly attractive. It signals warmth, approachability, and positivity. Women often find men who smile sincerely to be more trustworthy and open. A smile can break the ice and make interactions feel comfortable and inviting. It's not about perfect teeth or a flawless grin. What matters is authenticity. A real smile lights up the face and can make even the most ordinary features seem extraordinary. Let's see how another subtle trait can have a similar effect. Surprisingly, visible scars can be attractive to women. Scars often tell a story of resilience, adventure, or overcoming challenges. They can make a man appear more interesting and unique. Rather than being seen as flaws, scars are sometimes viewed as marks of character and experience. This trait suggests that the man has lived fully and faced life's obstacles head-on. Next, we'll discuss how another physical detail can be just as compelling. Gray hair, once considered a sign of aging, is now often seen as a mark of sophistication and confidence. Many women find men with gray or silver hair attractive because it suggests wisdom and maturity. This trait can also signal that a man is comfortable with himself and embraces his natural look. Gray hair stands out in a crowd and can make a man appear distinguished. Let's move on to another feature that's equally surprising. Broad shoulders are often associated with strength and protection. This physical trait can make a man appear more capable and reliable. Women may subconsciously interpret broad shoulders as a sign that a man can provide support and security. Even if a man isn't particularly muscular, the shape of his shoulders can create a powerful impression. Next, let's see how another body feature can be just as appealing. Height is a trait that many women find attractive, but not just for the obvious reasons. Tall men are often perceived as more confident and commanding. This perception can make them stand out in social situations. However, it's not just about being the tallest in the room. Carrying oneself with confidence matters just as much. Let's explore how another, less obvious trait can also draw attention. Rough or calloused hands can be surprisingly attractive. They often indicate that a man works hard or is skilled with his hands. This trait can suggest resourcefulness, capability, and a willingness to take on challenges. Women may see rough hands as a sign of a man who isn't afraid to get involved and make things happen. Now, let's look at how another subtle detail can be just as meaningful. Eyes are often called the windows to the soul, and for good reason. Distinctive eyes, whether because of their color, shape, or intensity, can be incredibly captivating. Women often notice when a man's eyes are expressive or have a unique quality. This feature can create a deep sense of connection and intrigue. Let's move on to another trait that's equally fascinating. Facial hair can dramatically change a man's appearance. Whether it's a well-groomed beard, stubble, or mustache, many women find facial hair attractive. It can add character and maturity and sometimes even a sense of mystery. The key is that the style suits the man's face and personality. Let's see how another feature can be just as impactful. Birthmarks or other unique skin features can make a man stand out. These marks are often seen as signs of individuality and can be quite endearing. Rather than hiding them, embracing these features can show confidence and authenticity. Women often appreciate when a man is comfortable in his own skin. Next, let's look at another trait that's easy to overlook but hard to forget. Athletic build doesn't necessarily mean being extremely muscular. It's about having a healthy, active appearance. Women often find men who look fit and energetic attractive because it suggests vitality and a zest for life. This trait can also indicate discipline and a commitment to well-being. Let's move on to another feature that's just as compelling. Strong forearms are a subtle but powerful trait. They often become noticeable during everyday activities like rolling up sleeves or carrying objects. Women may associate strong forearms with capability and strength. This feature can be especially attractive because it's not always obvious, making it a pleasant surprise. Now, let's see how another detail can be just as appealing. How a man carries himself can be more attractive than any single feature. Confident posture, standing tall, shoulders back, and head held high signals self-assurance. Women often notice when a man moves with purpose and poise. This trait can make even the simplest outfit look impressive. Let's explore another feature that's equally magnetic. After lines or crow's feet are often seen as signs of a joyful life. Women may find these lines attractive because they suggest a man who smiles and laughs often. This trait can make a man appear more approachable and genuine. Rather than hiding these lines, embracing them can add to a man's charm. Next, let's look at another feature that's just as inviting. Man's natural scent can be surprisingly attractive. Pheromones play a role in subconscious attraction, and a pleasant, clean scent can make a strong impression. Women often remember how a man smells, associating it with comfort and chemistry. This trait is subtle but powerful, influencing attraction in ways we might not realize. Let's move on to another feature that's just as memorable. Eyebrows frame the face and can be incredibly expressive. Thick, well-shaped eyebrows often draw attention and can add intensity to a man's gaze. Women may find expressive eyebrows attractive because they convey emotion and character. This feature can make conversations more engaging and memorable. Next, let's see how another detail can be just as striking. Gap teeth, once considered a flaw, are now often seen as charming and unique. Many women find this feature endearing because it stands out and adds character. Gap teeth can make a smile more memorable and show that a man embraces his individuality. Let's move on to another feature that's equally distinctive. Freckles are another feature that can be surprisingly attractive. They often give a youthful, playful appearance and can make a man look approachable. Women may find freckles endearing because they're unique and natural. Rather than hiding them, showing off freckles can add to a man's appeal. Let's see how another physical trait can be just as captivating. Long eyelashes aren't just attractive on women. Men with naturally long lashes often have eyes that stand out and draw attention. This feature can make a man's gaze more intense and memorable. Women may find long eyelashes appealing because they add a touch of softness and intrigue. Next, let's look at another detail that's just as eye-catching. Prominent Adam's apple is a subtle but noticeable feature. It's often associated with masculinity and maturity. Some women find this trait attractive because it's unique and adds character to a man's profile. The Adam's apple can also be a sign of a deep voice, which, as we discussed earlier, is another appealing trait. Let's move on to another feature that's equally interesting. Defined collarbone can be surprisingly attractive. It adds a touch of elegance and can highlight a man's physique. Women may notice this feature, especially when a man wears open-neck shirts or casual clothing. The collarbone can suggest fitness and a healthy lifestyle. Next, let's see how another subtle detail can be just as appealing. Natural tan can give a man a healthy, outdoorsy look. Women often associate a tan with vitality and an active lifestyle. This trait can make a man appear more energetic and adventurous. It's not about spending hours in the sun, but rather having a natural glow that suggests time spent outdoors. Let's move on to another feature that's just as inviting. Visible veins on the arms can be a sign of fitness and low body fat. Some women find this feature attractive because it suggests strength and an active lifestyle. Veins can become more noticeable during physical activity, adding to the impression of vitality. This trait is subtle but can make a strong impact. Next, let's see how another feature can be just as striking. Thick hair is often seen as a sign of youth and vitality. Women may find men with full, healthy hair attractive because it suggests good health. This trait can also add to a man's overall presence and style. Whether it's short or long, thick hair can make a strong impression. Let's move on to another feature that's equally appealing. Unique voice tone can be incredibly memorable. Whether it's a certain accent, rhythm, or warmth, women often notice when a man's voice stands out. This trait can make conversations more engaging and leave a lasting impression. A distinctive voice can also reflect personality and confidence. Next, let's see how another feature can be just as captivating. Dimples are a playful and charming feature. When a man smiles, dimples can make his expression even more endearing. Women often find dimples attractive because they add a touch of youthfulness and warmth. This trait can make a smile unforgettable and create a sense of approachability. Let's move on to another feature that's just as delightful. Confidence is one of the most attractive traits a man can have. It's not about arrogance but about being comfortable in one's own skin. Women often notice when a man carries himself with quiet assurance. This trait can make even the simplest features stand out. Let's see how all these traits come together to create irresistible appeal. In the end, what makes a man irresistible isn't just one feature, but the unique combination of traits that make him who he is. Women are often drawn to authenticity, confidence, and individuality. Embracing your own physical traits, no matter how surprising, can be the key to genuine attraction. Remember, it's the little details in the way you carry yourself that truly make a difference. Celebrate your uniqueness, and you'll naturally attract the right attention.